Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, February 12th, 2024. I am Fredicia Liebert. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis will host its second Diaspora Conference beginning July 1st to July 4th, 2024.
I am here as the head of the Diaspora Unit, the Regional Integration and Diaspora Unit in the Office of the Prime Minister, to meet with Minister Evelyn to discuss with him the plans that we are having for the conference. We are seeking to make sure that this conference speaks to all the issues of the sustainable island state that is being projected by the government and how the diaspora can be involved in the various aspects of it. And we also want to make sure that in all that we do, the Nevis Island Administration is kept in contact, and we have that connectivity that helps to promote the work of the Diaspora Unit to nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis wherever they are. And so today I am here with Ambassador Christine Walwyn, who is the ambassador to the diaspora, to have that conversation with Minister Evelyn.
His Excellency Vaughan was speaking during a courtesy call on the Honorable Eric Evelyn at his office on Friday, February 9th, 2024. His Excellency Vaughan outlined some of the items to be discussed during the meeting.
We are looking at sessions that will cover aspects such as investments and remittances, the Sustainable Island State Agenda, the renewable energy, youth and the diaspora, and the future of the diaspora. And we want to, at the end of the day, to have a renewed diaspora policy that will look at the involvement of descendants of St. Kitts and Nevis who were born abroad but have that roots of St. Kitts and Nevis and how we can incorporate them into our diasporic agenda. We also want to have a returning students policy so that students who go abroad to study would be able to come back seamlessly into the Federation. And so we're looking at all this to ensure that as we progress into a sustainable island state, that all the aspects of that work, the synergistic efforts, the innovation, that they are all put together in such a way that it benefits both citizens here on St. Kitts and Nevis and those in the diaspora.
Deputy Premier of Nevis is the Honorable Eric Evelyn.
Of course, I'm very delighted to receive Ambassador Vaughan and Ambassador Christine Walwyn as we discuss the Diaspora Conference that's coming up in early July. And of course, it is very important that St. Kitts and Nevis continue to work together as one. Of course, we know that only recently we would have had a joint cabinet meeting where the Nevis Island Administration as well as the federal government continues to work together very closely, of course, for the development of our people in St. Kitts and Nevis and for the development of the Federation. I am very pleased that, of course, we are now here in Nevis, will be part of the dialogue where the Diaspora Conference is concerned. I must also give credit to the federal government for setting up the Diaspora Unit, because we do have a lot of persons from St. Kitts and Nevis in the diaspora, and it is important that we reach out to our nationals from St. Kitts and Nevis in the diaspora. We have a lot of powerful people out there, and it is important that we reach them, that persons could come here periodically, and not only come, but we need persons in the diaspora to make investments here in St. Kitts and Nevis as well. And so we here from the Nevis Island Administration, we will support wholeheartedly the Diaspora Conference. I understand that hopefully an activity or two will be held here in Nevis. We here in the Nevis Island Administration, we will certainly welcome that. And of course, we look forward to working along closely with the Diaspora Unit to ensure that we have a very successful Diaspora Conference.
Dr. Christine Walwyn, Diaspora Ambassador for St. Kitts and Nevis, sat with the Honorable Eric Evelyn and Ambassador Vaughan and had a closed-door meeting. The conference will be held under the theme Diasporic Strengths for a Sustainable Island State. In related news,
the Caribbean community celebrates 50 years, and St. Kitts and Nevis has joined with CARICOM 50 years ago, actually, in July of 1974. And in that celebration, one of the writers in Barbados, Dawn Paris, has written a book says, I Am CARICOM, Kofi's Journey. It's about a child's experience moving through the different islands of the CARICOM region. And this book, we have my unit, the Regional Integration and Diaspora Unit within the Prime Minister's Office, has procured 6 copies, which we are seeking to share between the public libraries in Bastille and Charlestown. And so today I am happy to hand over these 3 copies of this book, I Am CARICOM, Kofi's Journey, for the reading enjoyment and education of the children of Nevis.
Head of the Regional Integration and Diaspora Unit in St. Kitts and Nevis, His Excellency Larry Vaughan, also noted that the book is available in Spanish and those copies will be subsequently presented to the Nevis Public Library. Chief Librarian Anastasia Paris Morton accepted on behalf of the Nevis Public Library and expressed her gratitude.
On behalf of the Nevis Public Library, let me express our thanks to you for donating these copies of I Am CARICOM, Kofi's Journey. Now, when I look at the name of the author, I'm thinking maybe this is a family member somewhere. So, Paris. But we're quite appreciative of this gesture. Thank you for your thoughtfulness, and I am certain this will be a very welcome addition to our collection. Thank you very much.
Also present at the brief handing over ceremony was librarian Shea Wilkin. The donation took place on Friday, February 9th, 2024 at the Nevis Public Library. On Sunday, February 11th, in a message to the citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis, Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew said it is with a grateful heart that he informs of his marriage to his wife, Mrs. Diani Prince Drew. The wedding took place in the beautiful CARICOM sister island of Barbados on February 10th, 2024, in the presence of God, as the ceremony was officiated by Reverend Father David Yard of the Anglican Church. The ceremony was attended by the Prime Minister's mother, his son, his sisters, and the close family members of his wife. Prime Minister Drew officially introduced Mrs. Diani Prince Drew and asked for prayers and support as they embark on their new life together. According to a statement from the press secretary to the Prime Minister's office, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis extends its congratulations to Prime Minister Drew and Mrs. Drew. May their union be blessed with happiness, love, and prosperity as they embark on this new chapter of their lives together. Still to come.
We are excited about the championships, and we know it'll be well supported by not only the Nevisians but also the Kittitians.
The details right after this break.
Celebrating culture, embracing our history. It's Culturama 50, July 25th to August 6th. It's the Caribbean's greatest summer line. See you there.
Welcome back. St. Kitts and Nevis SKN Athletics recently announced its intention to host a part of the TDC Inter-High Schools Championship in Nevis. The organization has engaged in several consultative meetings with the Ministry of Education and Sports in Nevis. On Saturday, February 10th, a joint preparatory meeting was held between the SKN Athletics Local Organizing Committee and the Ministry of Education and Sports in Nevis to gain insight into how the ministry can provide support to facilitate the successful hosting of days 3 and 4 of the championship. Delwayne Delaney is the president of the SKN Athletics.
About 6 weeks away from the Inter-School Championships, which is slated for March 14th to the 17th, where two days, the 14th and the 15th, will be held in St. Kitts, and the 16th and 17th will be held in Nevis. The field events, majority of the field events will be held in St. Kitts, and the track events will be held in Nevis. We thank the people of Nevis, as I said, for welcoming us. We are excited about the championships, and we know it'll be well supported by not only the Nevisians but also the Kittitians. We are putting everything in place to ensure all the logistics are smooth, from the St. Kitts end, from the Nevis end, from the schools and the athletes' point of view as well, so that the championships will be no less a major event that it has always been throughout the years.
Minister of Education and Sports, the Honorable Troy Liburd, says it is a proud moment for Nevis to host the TDC Inter-High Schools Championship for the first time.
It's very early, we're in February, and the team is already together planning, because of course it would take it would be a logistical challenge to move all of the schools over from St. Kitts here to Nevis to participate. Of course, when our schools from Nevis go over to participate in the inter-high, normally it's just our 2 high schools. And St. Kitts, you have 6 or 7 high schools? 6 high schools to come over. So, of course, that's a lot more people to be moved. But, of course, I think the team is up to the challenge, and I'm hopeful that this year would be a success, but it would not just be a success for this year alone, that it would be a stepping stone to the meet continuing to be truly federal, where we can continue to see some hosting of the meet in Nevis, whether on a biannual basis or whatever the case may be.
Saturday's meeting also included a tour of the Nevis Athletics Stadium. Also present were Zanella Claxton, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Jamia Claxton, Director of the Department of Sports, and Londa Brown, Deputy Director of the Department of Education. Meantime, the Ministry of Education is inviting persons who are interested in vending at the Nevis Inter-High Schools Championship, Jinxing Up Classics, TDC Inter-High Schools Championship, and the Nevis Inter-Primary Schools Championship to a meeting on Monday, February 19th. The meeting will be held at 9:30 at the Pond Hill Community Center. All interested persons are asked to be present and punctual, as important information and guidelines for vending will be discussed. For more information, contact the Ministry of Education at 469-5521, extension 5080. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.